Okay, here's one I haven't been incredibly excited about doing, but has been a very, very long time since I've had Labatt Blue, so who the fuck knows if it's still as shitty as I recall, okay? So this is a Labatt, of course. This is one of the biggest companies, one of the most well-known beer companies out of Canada. They claim this Labatt Blue is Canada's Pilsner. Okay, and it's 5% alcohol by volume. I guess Labatt Blue, its tentacles even slime their way down to America, and apparently they're fairly popular there. I think Labatt and Molson are probably what a lot of foreigners think of when they think of Canadian beer. That's sort of the standard they think of, which is sad. Quite sad. It's like Americans being known for Budweiser. I'm sure that's something a lot of Americans, especially lovers of fine beer, don't really appreciate. But that's just the way it goes. You're always going to have more people drinking shitty beer than you are good beer. Not that I'm saying Labatt is shitty, okay? I'm not prejudging it. It certainly was not one of my favorites growing up. This was sort of the one me and my buddies would thumb our noses at, okay? We'd drink anything, but we sure to fuck wouldn't drink Labatt. We'd drink Molson before we drank Labatt. Back then we were very elitist. Very elitist. But that comes with being a teenager, early 20s. If you haven't developed your taste yet. Some people do, but it's very rare. Most of the time, you're an idiot when you're young. That's just the way it goes. Okay, so this is Labatt Blue. I'll say one thing for Labatt: they generally come out with nice-looking cans. It's not a special can or anything, but the sort of silver, white and blue, and the red maple leaf. The color combination's nice. Yeah, so what? So let's see if this qualifies as a Pilsner. Okay. Typical sort of golden yellow lager Pilsner sort of color. Nice foamy head. Doesn't look like it's going to last very long. No preservatives, it says. Interesting. So if I taste the chemical smell, I'm going to be, if I taste the chemical taste, I'm going to be slightly disappointed. That head's kind of nice. Kind of creamy looking almost. It's an attractive looking beer. Looks like a beer. Okay. Now, when I first had Labatt back in the day, I could remember it smelling kind of skunky. That was in the bottles. This isn't very skunky at all. I actually don't detect any skunk. I don't detect anything, really. This is definitely a big macro lager as far as the smell goes. Very typical. There's the only sort of slight off beer kind of smell. Slight, very slight, maybe sweet kind of grainy taste. Okay, it's coming through a bit more now, but still, it's not particularly strong. Guess it doesn't. Strong smell doesn't really lend itself to this style that much. Yeah, it's not. It's there, but it's nothing to really write home about. So let's taste it right now. Very watery. Very watery. I'll say this for Labatt. Yeah. This is one of those beers that tastes like someone took a regular beer and mixed it with 4 liters of water. That's pretty much sums up the taste of Labatt Blue. There's no real defining beer qualities to this beer at all. It's just a very sort of stale, watery kind of semi-beer taste. It's almost like they took water and flavored it. Beer flavored water. That's what Labatt Blue essentially is. Beer flavored water. It's just so, I can't even believe it's 5%, honestly. It's just so light and just no taste at all. There is only the slightest hint of sweet kind of grains, but fuck, there is no way this is a Pilsner, though. Pilsners tend to be much hoppier than this. There's no bitterness at all in this beer. I mean, I don't know how to get away with calling this shit beer, quite frankly. I'm probably going to offend a lot of people here, because I know there's a lot of people who like drinking Labatt Blue. Oh, well, it's great, I can put a lot down and get you drunk. Why the fuck would you want to get drunk drinking this shit? It boggles my fucking mind why anyone would want to pay money for this stuff to get themselves drunk, when they could pick up something with some slight fucking taste. And I guess that's the point right there. These people want to get drunk without tasting anything. They might as well be drinking fucking watered down vodka straight. It'd get them drunk a lot quicker, and it would probably go down just as fucking smooth. But yeah, this fuck, it's such a waste of time. It's a waste of anybody's time. There are so many better. There's even so many better macro lagers out there, big macro lagers, that at least have some flavor and character to them, and you can actually identify that they're beer. You can't really identify Labatt Blue as beer. It's just so fucking sad. It's just really sad. It's very sad that they call it a fucking Pilsner. That's an insult to Pilsners. It's a big insult to Pilsners. If I was a Pilsner and I came up and met Labatt Blue, I'd slap it in the face. And then I'd probably kick it in the nuts, too, if it had any nuts. But it doesn't. It has no fucking balls at all. It's not... it's just not good. It's just not good. Labatt gets licenses for a lot of good beers, and they do pretty good jobs with some of them. But when it comes to their own shit, fuck. They drop the ball. This is for the lowest common denominator. This is for the people who don't like taste in their beer, and that's that. I'm giving this a 0 out of 5. I'm not even going to be generous and give it a 1 out of 5. I'm going to mark this one very hard. Labatt Blue gets a 0 out of 5.